What if, as a child, you overheard your own father calmly discussing the murder of your entire family? Not because he hated you, but because he was terrified of what the world might do to him. An 11-year-old German boy heard these words one night, and they haunted him for the next 9 years of his life. This is not a horror story. This is not fiction. This is what fear looked like in Germany after Hitler fell. An 11-year-old German boy goes to bed wearing his helmet, something that had become normal during the chaos of war. As he lies quietly in the dark, he suddenly hears his parents talking in the next room. Their voices are low, tense, and filled with fear. His father speaks first, his voice trembling, and says to his wife, "I think the time has come to end the entire family." There is silence after his words, heavy and terrifying. Then he continues, almost whispering, "They will do to us exactly what we did to the Jews." The boy hears every word. He does not cry, he does not scream. Fear freezes him completely, and eventually, exhaustion pulls him into sleep. The next morning feels disturbingly normal. His father takes the entire family into the forest for a picnic. They sit together, eat food, and laugh, as if nothing is wrong. But this normalcy is an illusion. Later that same day, the boy's father goes to his office and shoots himself. Soon after, the boy watches as his father's uniform is burned in the family fireplace, the flames slowly consuming what once symbolized pride, loyalty, and belief. That night, the boy remembers the conversation he overheard. Terror takes control of his mind. From that day forward, he refuses to eat food at home. From that day forward, he refuses to eat food at home, not because she wanted to, but because fear had destroyed trust itself. This is not just one child's story. This is the psychological collapse of an entire nation. Helmut was an ordinary German boy. His father was a supporter of Adolf Hitler, one of millions who believed in Nazi ideology. When World War II ended and Germany lost, belief turned into panic. Nazi supporters feared revenge. They feared justice. And more than anything, they feared guilt. Many could not live with it. Like Helmut's father, countless Nazi supporters chose suicide over facing the consequences of what had been done in their name. Hitler did not only kill millions through war and genocide, he poisoned the minds of his own people. Adolf Hitler was responsible for some of the darkest crimes in human history. 6 million Jews were systematically murdered. Children, women, the elderly, and the disabled were sent to concentration camps and killed in gas chambers. These were not battlefield deaths. These were organized, industrial killings. Even today, Hitler's name is used as a symbol of pure evil. And yet, understanding how he rose to power matters, because monsters are not born. They are created. As a child, Hitler wanted to be an artist. At one point, even a priest. He was loved deeply by his mother and struggled under his father's harsh discipline. But rejection, loss, and humiliation slowly shaped his bitterness. When he was rejected twice from art school, something inside him broke. World War I completed that transformation. Hitler witnessed death, chaos, and Germany's defeat. He believed his country had been betrayed from within, by politicians, civilians, and Jews. This belief became the foundation of his ideology. After the war, Germany collapsed. The Treaty of Versailles stripped the nation of land, resources, and dignity. Hyperinflation destroyed the economy. People carried bags of money to buy a single loaf of bread. Millions lost their jobs. Democracy felt like a failure. And in that desperation, Hitler offered hope. Through powerful speeches and mass rallies, he promised pride, jobs, and greatness. People listened, not because they were evil, but because they were desperate. By 1933, Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. Within months, democracy was destroyed, opposition silenced, and hatred turned into law. Schools taught children to hate. Jews were labeled enemies. Disabled people were murdered. A society built on fear replaced one built on humanity. World War II followed. Hitler's ambition dragged the world into chaos once again. When defeat became inevitable, he hid in his bunker in Berlin. In April 1945, Adolf Hitler ended his own life. But the damage did not end with him. Children like Helmut lived with trauma for decades. Families were shattered. Silence replaced truth. Fear replaced trust. Hitler's greatest crime was not only the lives he took, but the humanity he destroyed. History teaches us one brutal lesson. War does not create strength. It creates fear, guilt, and generations of pain.